A meeting with Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev highlights the first full day of President Duterte's 5-day official visit to Russia. The chief executive arrived in Moscow this morning, Manila time, for his second visit at the invitation of Russian President Vladimir Putin. His trip to that country in May 2017 was cut short by a terror attack in Marawi City. The president hopes his second visit will broaden Philippine-Russian ties in various fields. Daniel Manalastas reports from the Russian capital, Moscow.
President Rodrigo Duterte has started his 5-day official visit to Russia as he arrived past 3 a.m. Moscow time. The Philippines executive was welcomed by some Russian officials led by State Protocol Department Deputy Director Andrei Igorevich. For the Philippine side, he was welcomed by Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr., Communications Secretary Martin Andanar, Philippine Ambassador to Russia Carlos Soreta, and among others. According to Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo, the President hopes to further boost the partnership between the Philippines and Russia, headed by President Vladimir Putin, whom President Duterte called his favorite hero. President Duterte is also expected to hold a bilateral meeting with Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev, whom he met the past ASEAN summits. There were 15 members of the cabinet joining President Duterte as the official delegation, while Justice Secretary Minardo Guevara will serve as the country's caretaker. Last night, before leaving for Russia, the president disclosed some details on his trip.
Certainly, I will take the opportunity to discuss regional and global developments that impact the Philippines and Russia as key points of convergence to national interest where we can work together. We expect key agreements, including in political cooperation, health science and technology, and the culture, to be signed.
The president is also set to go to Sochi, where he will meet President Putin for a bilateral meeting. He will also attend the Valdai Forum and have engagements with some world leaders.
This will be an opportune occasion to articulate to a key audience our independent Philippine foreign policy, one that is based on respect for sovereignty and non-interference, the time-honored principles of international law. Apparently, this most basic principle of rule that governs the relations between nations have been forgotten by some in some parts of the world.
Daniel Manalastas for The Nation, Moscow, Russia.